identify it and get rid of it early on, it festers and gets worse until it becomes critical, right? Until it becomes life-threatening, right? So as long as we sit here and turn a blind eye to it and act like it doesn't exist, it's only going to get stronger because it's not being combated or eradicated.
That's one point of I am liberal put in the chat something about Confederates or Democrats. Republicans were from the North.
To go through this history lesson again.
Right.
I don't understand the switching of the parties. I don't like when y'all do that. It's not the same Republican Party.
We're going to pretend that we don't know history. This is elementary.
You don't even have to do that. McClellan, who was a Democrat, was the first general, the Northern general of the Civil War. I also want to point out that Robert Franklin, Joe, what was his last name? Who was a Republican, was a pretty fascist. He was a member of a Ku Klux Klan type group and a Republican. This is back in the 20s or the 10s or the 20s. So yeah, issue's not as binary as the folks like that.
But next up, they're going to mention Frederick Douglass, that this was a Republican, which he was, and so they're going to go on that, even though that's on.
Also, they claim that the South
party shifted now from
they claim that the South is the base of the Democratic Party is laughable because when LBJ signed the Civil Rights Act, he said by signing this we're going to lose the South, and they did.
And it was before that started during FDR with the computer and all that shit, like these social programs. It actually started with FDR, and it's slowly changed and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
I think once you all seen movie centers, right? You remember in the beginning, not the beginning, I guess it's pretty much been a movie where they were purchasing the juke joint, and he asked the junior Klan family, just come back over here, I'm going to kill you. And he said the Klan doesn't even exist anymore. But he was actually the Grand Dragon.
Exactly.
Right? So that's how it's working right now. Like that's literally depicting what's happening right now. It's still very alive and well, but the denial allows it to thrive. And that's where I have that smoke. Like I don't understand how you can see all these events and how they align with each other and they're consistent and then deny it. I don't get that.
So let's just work on real quick. We're talking about happy Sabbath to some. Thank you for joining politically correct. We appreciate you. So we were talking about the removal of Martin Luther King's bust, and Anthony was defending that it was not racist. And then you give him all these a list of additional things, and he's still in denial.
It's definitely racist. It wasn't relocated to a smaller portion of the courthouse. I forget which portion they moved to from where it had been, which was a very visual.
It was removed from the place that it was.
Yeah, it definitely was removed from the place that it was, right? And it's definitely racist in the sense, there's no question about it.
Right, and so I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But interrupting, disrespecting those two ladies. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Because I find it all so often that people like, oh boy, with the bald head, they find excuses in what is evident and trying to say that they don't see the evidence. That's why I called the old boy out on the evidence that he don't want to be black. Because for you to not see it, it's like you're making excuse after excuse after excuse for Trump. You might as well not say anything at all because we understand what the fuck you're thinking, right? We get it. You're ride or die for Trump. Stay there. I don't need to hear your explanation as to why somebody had a theory about how Martin Luther King wasn't a bad person or was an actual bad person, and Trump probably felt the same way, and that's why he removed it when he's sitting in the White House with 34 counts to his name. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you gonna make excuses for the cracker, make excuses for your own black man. Like, that's what my point was.
And don't forget those 34 counts came from where you illegally paid off your prostitute. Like, what you see.
Exactly.
topic at hand and say X, Y, and Z, which aligns with X, Y, and Z, and stay dead on topic. I did not need to point out a bunch of alternate people. I went at what I seen, who I have seen that is directly related to Trump, directly, tangible, right? He goes back to what other black people have been related to blacks before too. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with it? We're asking about Trump and his actions. That has nothing to do with other black people. Nothing. Whenever you can stay on topic in your argument, it shows that you don't have a strong argument at all. You're grasping.
Hey, Chad. Happy Saturday.
Ellen celebrates Churchill, but he was a racist. If you read some of his speeches, he talks about
Go ahead, it's pretty bad.
he was a horrible person. Just because the only reason why he's like regarded by like the British and the U.S. is because of things that happened with other Jews. Like there was things that happened in Africa. You know, he actually starved Kenyans during the Mau Mau to feed his own troops. He took the food from them. This dude was like really brutal, and people celebrate him.
I just learned recently that he sent people to basically terrorize the Irish during all that, and the people he sent to do that when Ireland gained their independence, the place that they sent them after that was Palestine, mandatory Palestine, to terrorize the people there. That was all Churchill.
I always heard that he believed in white superiority. I don't know details, but I've always heard
He's an open white supremacist. You gotta read some of his quotes. He has said some things that is crazy.
Yeah, y'all surprised that a Brit is a racist? Isn't that like in their DNA?
No, I ain't gonna say that. That's not in nobody's DNA. That's learned.
Your explanation as to
I really
why.
wish he would have stayed. I wanted to have that debate because I think factually, without disrespecting or calling out his name, he couldn't stand to that argument. I don't think he would have been able to withstand it, and that's why he left. The facts will do what needs to be done.
That part.
Hey, just a quick side note in breaking news, and we don't have to discuss it, but I think it's funny nonetheless. Donald Trump threatened to revoke the citizenship of Rosie O'Donnell, saying she's a threat to humanity.
Yeah, I heard about that, Scotty. I did hear about
What are you
that.
gonna send her back to? Ain't she from America?
Yeah,
They should get deported to Ireland. Like, what do we do right now? Like,
You know.
let me ask y'all
He
this.
already left the country.
We've had a long-standing beef with her for years, but that doesn't rise to this level.
Did y'all see what he posted yesterday with him being like a rock star and playing the piano with all the dancing blondes around him? Did y'all see that? Oh yeah, y'all didn't see that. Y'all need to go look. I want y'all to look at what this man posted. It's the most narcissistic piece of AI I've ever seen. He's like playing the guitar with his shirt open. He's playing the piano. There's this big crowd around him, like stadium-sized crowd around him, and he's just this rock star. And then he's got all these blondes dancing right beside him and dancing for him. Look at it. He put this out yesterday. He posted it.
Is it worthy of an American president?
Man, it's the most. Everybody's saying it's the most classless piece ever.
I refuse to that.
Pure narcissism, Scotty. Trust me.
The MAGA loves it. They must have no fun.
They're pushing back on it. I give them that. There's a lot. The comments were not.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
It was ridiculous.
Well, Gemini, he says in California, by any means necessary for ICE to stop their car and arrest any protester that throws anything at ICE or border control by any means necessary.
That, I hate to say
The
this.
protesters.
Well, you know what? I gotta be real, right? And I'm anti-Trump, y'all know that. But the way that the protesters are throwing things at law enforcement, I mean, of course they're going to be arrested. If you throwing bricks at, if I went and threw a brick at your face, you gonna arrest me or have me arrested? I mean, yeah.
I don't know either way.
That's
By any means necessary, that's concerning. You got military people out there.
They're not allowed to use their weapons in engagement with civilians.
He says by any means necessary, he gives them the power. Go read his
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, I think
I'm the kind of person that if I throw a brick at your face, I got to be ready. I know that it might be a retaliation for that, you know.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, you can't have lawlessness and what have you, but I just worry that things have the potential of powder keg.
They might abuse their power.
Finger trigger. That's my thing.
I get
Yeah,
that.
these protesters, they gotta be careful. Like the rocks and the bottles, I don't really care about. That's just people uprising. You get that in riots within the hood. I see that all the time. But the bricks, you can't be doing that. And cinder blocks, that's a step.
Even the rocks to a car that's driving, like the way they were doing it from the freeway and stuff like that, to a car that's driving, all you got to do is swerve for something to go drastically wrong. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean the stationary protest. I'm not talking about like overpass and throwing a vehicle. Yeah, I mean.
And ain't no soldier gonna shoot no damn civilian unless it's an imminent threat. I don't care if it's a brick or whatever. Because there's UCMJ. We got different laws on our side.
I know that, but we had people in what was that place, Abu Ghraib or wherever that was, who was taking those pictures and those ones to a court martial. It's always one. There's always one.
Right, dummies.
They've been taking over the hospitals. I don't know if y'all been seeing that out here. They've been like, what they'll do is they have the police and the National Guard come to the hospital and stand guard around the entrances and block everybody else out so nobody can come, nobody can leave. Then they go through the buildings and snatch everybody they want to snatch.
Now, National Guard can act as law enforcement. They can, if activated.
That's what they're doing right now. I'm telling you, real time.
Yeah, active duty can.
And show y'all, like they're really doing that.
I believe it. But they're allowed to act as law enforcement. It's just active duty can't.
Well, Tom Holland said they don't need a right to detain you. They don't need a reason. They can go by certain characteristics, how you look. Like I said earlier, that's code for racial profiling. If you brown or you black, they're going to assume you're illegally. And that's their justification to it.
That's the biggest issue that we face as Black people too, is the fact that they done opened up, they done made racial profiling legal. And that's my issue that I have mainly with MAGA supporters who are so against immigration. Like, it would make sense if they did it in a way that made sense, but it doesn't, because they're just basically going off of what people look like. That's how they police it.
I guess the 14th Amendment don't mean anything. Because I know with federal agencies, we're not allowed to racially profile. Even going forward into another country.
Yeah, Patty, I wish I could find that clip when Tom Holman, he was on Fox. I think it was Thursday or yesterday, where he was saying that they don't need a reason.
I can't wait for Tom Holman to be locked up and thrown in alligator Alcatraz.
And even pre-Obama, they used to use racial profiling, and Obama came up with some law. You have to look it up. But there was something that came up during the Obama administration where DOJs are no longer allowed to use racial profiles. So the only time they're allowed to use it is if in descriptions. They're not allowed to use it just to arrest.
Well, I remember the big fight in New York about the stop and frisk. That was a big fucking deal. And I remember the people who were defending it because they were just pulling over any like 16 or 17-year-old black kid with a backpack. And they were trying to say it wasn't racial profiling, but we know exactly what it was. And guess what? When they stop and frisk here, crime didn't go up. Continue down.
Broken windows is one of the worst freaking criminology theories ever crafted.
You said broken window?
Yeah, that's
It's under the Giuliani, right?
Yeah, the idea that if you enforce the small things, because small things lead to bigger things, and that's not how crime works.
Right, so if you bust and jail the graffiti people, for example, then, larceny and murder will go down.
I'm just totally sick of being talked to like I can't read. That frustrates me, Gemini. I hate that more than anything. I can't read history. It's frustrating.
Yo, GA, good seeing you, man. Long time.
It's been a minute, mister. It's been a minute. Everything good?
Life is amazing, except for the fact that our president has cost me $60,000 this year because flying is down. But other than that, life's.
Yeah, you don't get out of that room you be in, Mr. Family. You be over there hiding away. Glad you were able to come out and play today.
Yeah, I forgot this room exists, and I can't always find it because I don't always remember the name.
Whatever.
I'm serious. It just happened to pop up when I logged in. It happened to pop up in the top of the feed. So,
Cool thing.
Yeah. He's saying based on your looks, your occupation, and I think that's very characteristic. So I guess if you work in agriculture or hospitality industry, any of those industries that are heavy with immigrants, and how you look and how you articulate, they don't have to have a reason to detain you and question you. So I guess you got to carry your papers with you.
That's the idea, right? So it can't, literally everybody I know is walking around with their passports. I got the ID with the star on it. I've had it for years, but I'm now walking around with my passport on me.
So would y'all rather leave or take the possibility that they might not take your paperwork and then put you somewhere else? That's scary.
I'm not.
What do you say?
First Lady, you know I'm an advocate for self-deportation.
Exactly. Go ahead, Brooklyn. We can't hear you, Levant.
I can't hear you, Levant. I can't hear you. Well, I just ordered the card because I think that'll be more feasible than to actually walk around with the book. So I just ordered the card so I could have that to have with me at all times. But I was going to say, I think that for some people, leaving may be the best thing to do, but my ancestors, descendant, and they wouldn't run, so I don't think I got it in me to run. I'm going to fight. That's what's in me.
Yeah, I don't see it like that. I just see not running, but looking for peace. I just look for peace. Wherever peace is where I want to be.
I'm with you, First Lady. I'm not going to spend the last half of my life fighting for something. I'm not doing that. There's too many other options. You know what my life is? Yeah, I'm 53, man. Yeah, I'm not doing it. No shade to the people that choose to do it. Shout out to you. This shit's not my ministry.
It ain't my ministry at all.
Until they activate those 10,000 new ICs.
Hey,
Hey, Levon, we can't hear you. What's going on with Levon? She sounds like she in ice custody and shit.
Girl, she got her accent. She might be in.
Levon, free.
You hear me? Can you hear me now?
Now we
Yeah.
can. You got
We're having a thunderstorm, and I'm sitting out here in front of the gym. I have my Bluetooth on, so wait for those people in Alcatraz. It's like raining crazy. I would say wait till they activate those 10,000 ICE agents. It's gonna get hot.
I guess. So y'all just gonna start packing up now, huh? Cause it ain't gonna do nothing but get worse. If they got 10,000 more ICE agents, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna get worse, and you just gonna run. That's fine.
And all those ICE agents are either police officers. The worst ones right now are correctional officers. They always want to get cops in this position.
Correction officers. Let me tell you something. Correction officers who become nurses are the worst. I don't know. It's something about whenever they switch their professions, that correction mentality stay with them. They move entirely different.
I don't understand how this IM person is talking about caping for illegal. I ain't caping for nobody but myself and my people, to be honest with you. Like, it ain't even about, because it's the fact that anything and anybody could be illegal at any moment and at any time. That's what I don't think y'all grasp. Like, a lot of people don't grasp the concept of law and how it is man-made, literally. And at any fucking time, these motherfuckers that's at the top, that the lawmakers could make a law out of the sky. They could make a law for you to, if you wear boxers and not briefs, then it's illegal. That shit could be enacted.
Brooklyn, I don't agree with that part. For me, right, it's the humanity aspect, right? It's the fact when you call them animals, right? Those words come out of Trump's mouth, right? And that is indicating that you would like other people to treat them as such as well. Underneath and everybody, right? So with that being said, like if we watch Obama actually deport 3 times the amount of people that he's trying to hurt. So he's not being more effective than previous Democratic presidents at deportation, right? However, what he has done is remove the humanitarian aspect of how it's been done and then broadcast it to the point where it's a focal point for everybody around, right? He's highlighted to that aspect, to that. And the way that they're being deported, the way they're being treated, the way they're, like, there's people get arrested every day without getting beaten, punched, and their windows kicked in and snatched out. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the brutality of these arrests. And these are not people that are violently, what's it called? Resisting arrest. They're not violently resisting arrest at all.
When Obama deported the people, he did it for a reason, correct?
Yeah.
He didn't violate the Constitution.
It's the manner that it's being done in Brooklyn. It's not that they're being deported. It's the way they're being deported. It's the profiling aspect of it, which is now like, oh, you speak Spanish? And it's emboldening a lot of people to be like, I don't know if you've seen these, but a lot of white people are, a lot of the racist white people are being like, fucking legal. Like that's a talking point now, right? And the way that they're rolling up on people half the time, well, I don't know if it's half the time. I don't want to be inaccurate in my submission, but a lot of people that they ran up on actually are citizens and don't even get a chance to reach for the shit. They tell them about it, and we'll figure it downtown at the ICE detention center. They get snatched up anyway. It's that aspect that the people are protesting, not the fact that illegal immigrants are being removed. We understand that he wants removed, and a lot of people voted for that, and a lot of people are still on board with them being removed. But it's the way that they're doing it.
Gemini, your mic sounds like the old vinyl records when they play. You know, it makes that noise in the background.
the manner that he's doing it, and
So that's probably why. Is that better?
Much better.
it's better.
I dropped it in the resume.